I am a mathematics major.
My major is liberal studies, concentrated in geology.
Business.
Criminal justice.
Sociology and communications.
History.
Criminal justice with a legal concentration.
Business, but I'm thinking about transferring to psychology.
Liberal studies.
I love math. I realized that in college, and it made sense, so I thought I'd choose a career that uses a lot of math.
My parents actually wanted me to be a teacher for the longest time. That's all I've heard, really.
I want to own my own business someday and be very successful. My parents had a lot to do with it. My dad's a business owner. He created his own business, and I'm just interested in how all of that works.
Well, I was mentored throughout my life, and I want to reflect on what I've been taught onto the younger kids that are our future generation.
I want to be a social worker / mentor for foster units. Because of my past, I was a foster care system, so I want to give back to the kids.
When I was younger, my parents took me on a trip across country, and we visited a lot of historical places like the Alamo and some Civil War battlefields, and that pretty much made me instantly want to become an history major.
I want to be a corporate attorney and work for big corporations, representing them, more like contractual law. My aunt works for the DA, and I've seen her working as an attorney, and it kind of inspired me somewhat.
Before I wanted to start my own business, maybe sell some stuff that I want to sell, but then one of my parents said, "Oh, you won't be good at selling stuff. You're not that type of person." So I switched it to psychology because I like to help people.
I become a teacher, 2nd grade. When I was younger, I made a pretend classroom in my closet. I had a chalkboard and chairs, and I'd teach my brother and sister little lessons. Just, I don't know, I've always wanted to do it.
Liberal studies or teaching, a lot of people think that that's more female dominated, and so, but there are definitely a lot of males who go into that. You just don't see them as much. Math or any science, a lot of people think that that's very male dominated, but I can tell you that in the math department here, we have a lot of females and a lot of males, so it's pretty evened out at our school.
Yeah, I think some careers have been labeled as such, especially teaching. Liberal studies, majority of the time when people think of elementary teachers, they think of a female. And, very rarely you'll even see a male or a female, a male in the elementary class. It's very rarely, and usually they're in the upper elementary classes like 5th or 6th grade, that kind of thing. So, I think yes.
Well, I can think of one off the top of my head, is the culinary arts field. It's mainly not in this country, but in other countries. It's mostly a guy domain, and so it's really hard for girls to be executive chef or something like that. Feminine. You could think of nursing. You always think oh, girls are nurses, but there's guy nurses that do, a great job too, and they're just as smart or smarter,
Yeah, I actually do. I feel more labor work is more masculine and for the males, and more office, not that much to do with labor is more feminine.
Anyone could be a psychology major, either a guy or a girl. Sociology, it's so broad that anyone could do it. Anthropology, history, it's all different. So I feel it's not gender difference.
Well, I would say that for younger students, the majority of the teachers they encounter are female. But I think that's just because of the nurturing aspect of it, if you know what I mean. And then the older they encounter male teachers more and more.
I think that society labels housewife duties as a woman's job and genderizes that. I think that they
I don't know, anything that has to do with like working outside, like a contractor. I think that they label that as more a masculine job. How are you?
I think business is more for men, feminine, usually a nurse.
A CEO, I think, is a masculine career. I would say so. When I hear CEO, I think of a strong male figure. A librarian, I would say, would be more of a woman's job than a man.
The answer to this question is neither. We're both pretty equal. I know a couple of girls who out-test boys on exams, and I know a couple of boys who out-test girls on exams. So it evens out. We all have our strengths, but as long as if you understand math, that's what matters.
I don't think there's too much of a difference between them. I think they can both, be just as easily able to understand it as the other. I have read statistics in the past that that men are more able to do math than girls are. I don't believe that. I mean, I'm not exactly the best math guy, and I've also seen girls that have excelled in math, and there's I believe no real difference in it.
I think females are actually better.
Honestly, I might say guys I think are better. I know a lot of very smart, well-educated guys, I don't know, that are just, I don't know. My mom's a math teacher though, so I'm kind of like going against her. I mean, she's really smart too, but I think I've heard of more math geniuses being guys.
Well, since I'm not good at math, and all the teachers I've ever had are female math teachers, I would say females are better at math.
I think that
It's this thing right there.
whoever, I don't know. I don't think that it really has to do with whether you're a female or male. I think it just has to do with what you're better at.
I think females.
I don't know, because I'm pretty good at math and I'm a girl. And usually people say that males are more math prone, and I don't really agree with that. I think it could go either way.
Yeah, anyone can do what they want to do. And just as you put your mind and heart to it, you can do it, so.
I believe, yes, for the most part, yeah. Pretty much all careers can be, feminine or masculine. None really come to my mind that would be different.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they are.
Well, off the top of my head, yeah, I can't think of any that wouldn't be.
I would say they are capable to a certain degree. There are some things that either can't do as effectively.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they could do it.
Yes, I do.